in that yard. This is something different again. Just to show you how things used to be. I was playing in this yard, and there was a little hole about this big around, right in the, as the road came, the lot came down like this, and then the hole was kind of in the hill part.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying out my wagon. I was playing with the wagon. And just as I got there, I got the wheel stuck in the hole. And I took a good spill. And I cried, of course, and went up to talk to my mom. And she was talking to Frances, the oldest daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And her husband was suing her for divorce. And he had nerve enough to come over and see if he could get Mom to take his part in it, you know. And all this was happening, and I came up crying, and Mom said, she shook me and said, behave, I'm busy. And so I left, and you know, I went to bed that night, and I put in one heck of a night, and I had a broken collarbone. They didn't get it until the next day.
Or.
That's the way it used to be.
Yeah.
You were on your own.
Yeah. That's
That
what.
little shake, you know, oh, I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
Did you get it when your mom shook you, or did you get it when you fell?
No, I just, when she shook me, I didn't want her to know what happened. We covered up a lot of our hurts, you know. If we'd holler, we'd probably get a spanking.
And how old were you?
I don't know, a little kid, I suppose, around
6,
9, 10.
9,
Yeah.
10?
I remember going around with my arm in a sling for a long time. These stories are funny.
Yeah.
And the outside busy, and the water was a pump in the
Mm-hmm.
kitchen sink. You'd have to prime it and get the water started up, you know, and all that sort of thing. And then the basement was just an earth basement down there with this big two boards that you put up so you could go down and take whatever you needed down, and they make it a little bigger that way, you know. Anyway, all of our produce and everything was kept down in there for the winters, and that was the darndest. I'll never forget that basement. But we'd always have to be careful playing around it. And all of our baths and tin round tubs.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been there.
How much work, yeah.
Yeah, we've really been through a lot. It's,
Your generation has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Betcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's interesting. I can laugh at it more than anything else now that it's over, you know.
Well, it hardened you, and the healthy ones like you survived it.
Yeah. Well, we did pretty good when you figure we got the five kids through, and finally we moved down here when I was in 6th grade. That was the first year I got to go to Catholic school. But otherwise, the school was right across the street from us.
Mm-hmm.
And you know where Mamie and George live out there?
Well, Amy and
Mamie and George.
they were Roseville.
Roseville, yeah.
Yeah.
Right across from the schoolhouse. They were right across from the schoolhouse, where we were the first house in the next block on that side of the street, you know, on the far side. And so the schoolhouse was just across the room from us.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Is anybody else asking all these questions?
No, Jonak is always interested.
Marge, Jonah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want information, she's the one you could talk to. She's pretty darn good, and she's got pictures of things that we don't have.
Yeah.
And she told me just yesterday, that was brought up because she said if you want to see any more old pictures, Mary wants to come in one morning in a few weeks now, and I said I'd like to have her come in and just go upstairs. What I'd like to do is start throwing out all the old clothes and stuff. See, I can't go upstairs. I can't go in the basement.
Right.
I can't do anything but stay right on this floor.
Yeah.
And I can't cook anymore. I can't use my oven or stove or anything.
Yeah.
So, but Marge Joan actually, she says, oh, Bea, she says, no, I mean, Mary said if I could come, I'd like to come and help you and throw.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I just would love to get this house cleaned out, at least some.
Yeah.
They said, well, what are you worried for? You're not going to be here. I said, I will be here.
How old is Marge, Jonah?
Marge is 11 years younger than I am.
Boy, she's doing all right too. So that's about 90, 80.